Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video on my channel. So last Sunday I put up a video regarding the best way I think to go and collect some ashes. Obviously ashes have had a massive price spike due to necromancy. They are massively in demand and they're a huge sort of probably the best item which has come out of necromancy in terms of like sheer price rise, and because of that a lot of people are finding ways to do it. So the method I showed was in the haunted mine, which allowed you to pick the mushrooms, drop the mushrooms, and you had two options then of banking with your Grace of the Elves, Premier Artifacts and your other stuff, or also using a portable well and actually making your ink there and then. So a lot of the comments obviously pointed to another method where you could do it, and that would be the Abyss. So what I wanted to do in this episode is go to the Abyss, give that a try and see if that is actually any better at all. So this is my setup, and to make sure we bank the ashes, we're going to rock Grace of the Elves. Obviously not optimal for DPS and stuff, but it's kind of what we need. Because we're going to be using an awful lot of charges, I want to make sure that that's fully charged up, which will get some porters now. But also, the Premier Artifacts here will be clutch. It will save you 50% of your charges, and it will really go to work in this auto scenario. So we'll make sure that's there. We'll charge our Grace of the Elves. So in terms of the setup, what we're going to be using for this is your standard masterwork. Again, AoE is what I'm going for. I think for me, melee's the strongest at the minute until I work out necromancy, Grace of the Elves, and the Premier Artifact. The Premier Artifacts will save you a lot of charges here, so if you do have it, definitely use it. Now, one thing which is a little bit annoying, if you can go to the Abyss to get your ashes, is in your tool belt, you can go onto your Slayer tab, and then on your Charming Imp, you can also go onto the settings, and Abyssal Charms, you can have them if you want to. They could make you a little bit of money in the long term, but for me, they're just a hassle, so I'm going to get them destroyed. So then we are going to go to Edgeville. In the Abyss, it's pretty well known. You do need to do a mini quest, but if you're looking to do this method, I would hope you have done that mini quest anyway. If it doesn't, it will take all of about 5 minutes to do it anyway. Very quick storyline, and it's linked to Rune Mysteries, one of the starter quests anyway. So we just run here. Oh, there's a star there. Let's go and see if we can get that tag. No, never mind. So teleport, going to throw us into the Abyss, and you'll be able to get some laws, just run by them. So you're happy you've got enough. And in this case, I've actually already come here and forgot something. So penance powder, aggression overload, just to help with that aggression. First thing you want to do is also click on something like this. Good thing about this at the minute, and especially the Abyss, it drops no to pure essence, and that is decent money at the minute. So all we're going to be doing is press tab, and all the ashes will be banked to the bank. So I'm going to be... Right, so Premier Artifact is on now, so all we're going to do is just get cracking with the AoEs, and then once we've got area loot as well, we can just keep looting from there. Because we've got the aggression potion, we'll also get some aggro, so I'm going to start our first potion. We're going to do 2 doses, and we're going to see just how much of the ashes we're able to get. Now don't pay attention to the charges of the Grace of the Elves, because the Premier Artifact should be saving a lot of money. So yeah, we'll run a test for 2 overload doses. We'll go to the bank and be able to compare how much we could roughly got between the 2 sets. But yeah, this is a really chill method, heavily AFK, and obviously if you want to trade necromancy as well, you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You can get your ashes supply and also get some very decent necromancy XP. You want to set your toolbar up for as much AoE as possible, using your spectral scythe, death schools, and anything else which will be able to do an AoE form of attack. But yeah, I'm going to do 2 doses. We'll come back at a former bank. We'll be able to go through how many we've got, what the GP was like, if it was decent, and also check on the GE that it's still selling for the price we're hoping for as well. So that is the end of the 2 overload doses. So 10 minutes, pretty good time frame. And to be fair, I've got a lot of kills. In terms of the charges, I've used 200 of my Grace of the Elves charges, and whatever the Premier Artifact's done as well. One thing I would say, you do not need prayer. You do not need soul split at all. I was very comfortable. Didn't need any food, didn't need anything. As always, total overkill on the info. So let's go and check in the bank. So we have collected 642 ashes. There's 642 ashes in 10 minutes, which I might go and do another sample just to make sure. So what I'm going to do, we can go and check the price now just to make sure it's correct. Now I did do a little run earlier on. Admittedly, we didn't do a full overload dose, but it could affect it. Also, price subjugation is absolutely mental. Go and do Zami. So I believe these are 8k. So if we can get anywhere near that, that'll work for us. So we're going to go to Edgeville. And I'm going to go in, go away and do that extra 2 doses now. And then I'll come back and compare how we did in the second sample. So that is the end of that. Let's go to War. actually managed to pick up a decent little amount of pure essence as well, which is pretty good to be fair. Right, so ashes, we have got 300, which is, I thought that was more. I must have had some left in the bank. So, to be fair, 300 for 2 overload doses is not too bad at all. So we're luckily looking at about 1800, maybe 2000. Don't get me wrong, I don't think I was in the right place in the Abyss, and I kind of AFK'd a bit. Now, if you're going to ask me which ones are the best methods, so for pure AFK and resource collecting, I would do the Abyss, especially if you're looking to train necromancy as well. You can basically kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You can get a nice big pile of ashes and also get your necromancy training in as well. If I wanted to make the potions at the same time I was getting the ashes, I would then use the haunted mine method because it's very good for that. You could do it all in one big go, and there's no sort of process and another sort of process where you can do it all in one sort of slick move. You drop the mushrooms, you pick up the ashes, you take the vials from the well, and then you make the ink from there. Now, another method which I've gone over in another video is fire making. Now, a great comment which you left on the fire making video is using Taromin incense sticks. One of the things I was highlighting in the fire making video is that I was worried that people would come pick up your ashes. If you use Taromin incense sticks, which you could buy for like 16k each, they will automatically bank all of your ashes, so you don't have to worry about them going anywhere else as well. So good news is that these ashes did sell for 8k. I'm going to go and sell these for 8k as well. So we made a nice little bit of money in this video, which is all going back into the pile after necromancy pretty much cleared me out. So the answer to the question is, was the Abyss, or is the Abyss, a better method than the haunted mine? My opinion would be, for AFKing and training necromancy, yes. The only niche situation I would say go to the haunted mine is if you wanted to go and make your potions when you're getting the ashes as well. However, if you prefer the AFK life like any normal human being, definitely do the Abyss. So that's comment 1, meep 0. So well done on that. Thank you for pointing that out again. It was a really good sort of point. And that's why I love my comment section, because you guys will show me and tell me about different methods or different ways of doing things which I haven't seen yet. Obviously, I play a certain style, so you guys might know things that I don't. So that's why I always say, if you see something I could do better, or there's another method to do something, by all means drop it in the comments, and then I can look at it, make a video on it, and then we can go from there. And if you guys beat me, then I point it out, and if I find something better, then I'll let you guys know. So we both win sometimes, but maybe you guys win more. So thank you for all the suggestions, and thank you for the comments about it as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. This will be the last video based on ashes ever, because as soon as necromancy is done, they will forever vanish in the game again. There will never be any interest in ashes after necromancy is finished. But yeah, in terms of videos coming over the weekend, I've got a couple of videos on the way. Some ones about the main accounts, necromancy progress. It's not gone as quick as I hoped, but we've been making videos, and that's where I've sort of fell behind, because I wanted to make sure that the video content was there and we were consistent. That's more important to me than grinding through the levels when I could be AFKing and taking it nice and slow. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have, please leave me a like, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next one.